Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Abira Said Freelancing Wali and I am a proud level 1 student at Farhan School Islamabad campus. So viewers, welcome to my show The Talk Room, and today's is very special guest with us. His name is Kimberly. So let's start. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Having a great day. Thank you so much.
Okay, so please Kimberly, please introduce yourself from my audience.
Kimberly Wiefling. I live in Silicon Valley, San Francisco Bay Area, California. I am a consultant now for many years, but in the past I worked at high-tech companies in Silicon Valley and helped start over a dozen startups, one of which is still alive over 20 years later and being very profitable. I'm a physicist by background and education, and I've traveled all over the world working for global Japanese companies like Yamaha Motors and Suntory, and it was a wild experience. And I'm helping turn managers into leaders, groups into real teams who can use common sense to do what seems impossible. It's not so hard. Physics is much harder.
Okay, that's great. Amazing, Kimberly. Your introduction is like amazing. So, I move my first question. My first question is what inspire you to describe yourself as an AI human?
AI augmented human, right? Because I am a scientist by background. I went to college for 7 years. I have a master's in physics, bachelor's in physics and chemistry. I love science, and I've worked in technology my whole life. So when I saw that AI was getting ready to be launched really for public use a couple of years ago, I started using it every day. And I use it to help me be a better human being. Everything from how can I solve complicated organizational problems to how can I be more patient with people who are driving me crazy. And now I do an AI as a coach in your pocket for leadership. So there's models of leadership that I have developed. One is you start with self leadership, then one on one, then team, then organization, and then global leadership. And I ask AI, what does it mean to be a great self leader? And what are the biggest challenges in self leadership? And how can I use AI and other tools to become a better self leader and do that at every level? Then, when I run into a challenging situation, I can use it as my thinking partner. You cannot see the back of your own head, and talking to AI in the proper, effective way can help you get insights that would be very difficult or impossible for you to get on yourself and would be very embarrassing to ask other people to help you with. So I'm using AI as a coach in my pocket, a thinking partner. And
Wow,
I
what?
also meet
Yeah.
every 2 weeks with my colleagues. I have a lot of technical and other business interested colleagues who want to learn about AI. And every other week, we meet for an hour and a half to explore the different tools and see what else is out there. And we've been doing that for 2 years. And I have to tell you that, yeah, there are concerns and there are challenges. It's not perfect. But anyone who's not using AI as a tool, it's like trying to go all over the city without driving a car or riding a bicycle. The technology is useful and it's also risky in some ways, just like driving a car or riding a bicycle.
Oh my God, wonderful, Kimberly. I inspire you. That's amazing. So my next question is this: please tell me that how long have you been living in city?
How long have I been living in Silicon Valley?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I think I moved here over 30 years ago because I grew up in the rural western Pennsylvania, kind of a country kid running around in the forest, climbing trees, shooting BB guns, catching fish. And so I was kind of a wild child. But then when I went to college and then I learned about high tech and science, and I felt like I was so weird. Then I visited Silicon Valley once long ago to take a workshop out here when I was working at Hewlett Packard. I was getting training on how to repair mass spectrometers. And when I was out here at Silicon Valley, I said, oh my gosh, I'm not the weirdest person here. There's a lot of people who love science and technology. And I felt like I really fit in. So I wanted to move out here, and I did just about a year later. So it's been the best move I ever did in my whole life.
Okay, that's great. This was my interview is very best because your journey is very amazing. So I move my next question. My next question is what does working for a better world for all mean to you?
Well, we're each only one person, and we can do what one person can do. And I think we have to understand that we have a very high impact on the people in our close surrounding, our family, our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors. And we also can be a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. And so while I realize the world is huge and the problems are gigantic and I am only one person, I also think that I can inspire other people to keep hope alive, have optimism as a strategy, and try to support, not try, I am committed to supporting the World Business Council for Sustainable Development and their goals for a corporate responsibility for the future and the ESG goals of the United Nations. I mean, if each person does something, it can mean a lot. For example, one of the small things I do, I pick up garbage on the street. It's crazy, right? Because there's so much trash lying on streets all over the world. What can I possibly do to make a difference picking up a couple of pieces of garbage? But what if 8 billion people did that? So I keep thinking, what if I behave in ways that if all more than 8 billion people on planet Earth behaved in that way, the whole world would be transformed for the better. And we all need to do our part. And so I don't think I'm this powerful being that can transform planet Earth, which is hanging behind me. I think that I need to do my part and be an example to others and hopefully inspire them to keep hope alive and together transform our planet to be a better place for all.
Amazing. Wow. So that's great. So my next question is this: what are your core personal value?
Okay, so number one is hope. If I don't have hope, then I have no reason to be alive. So I have to keep hope alive, even if there's no evidence that it makes sense. Because some people tell me, well, that's not feasible, well, that's not realistic. And the next one is integrity. I must have my ethics. I need to be the kind of person that can look in the mirror and say, I have done the right thing as best as I could. It's really difficult sometimes, but if you want to be a wonderful human being, in my opinion, and a great leader, you need to do the right thing all the time. Sometimes you'll be rewarded for it. Sometimes you'll be punished for it. But you've got to do the right thing all the time. So that's my values is hope and integrity. And then of course health and well-being in my social circle. I do a lot to bring people together socially. And I want to continue being that kind of family of friends and inspiration for people.
Okay, that's amazing. So my next question is what motivates you every day?
Well, one of the things is people like you. You're the kind of person that you could just be doing something else, playing in the yard or something, but here you are learning and growing and reaching out across borders and boundaries of every kind on our planet and making connections. And that inspires me. I'm also inspired by many other people who have achieved great wealth and great success, and then they give back. And that is really, really powerful as well. Yeah.
Okay. So my next question is how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
3 words
Yes.
makes impossible inevitable.
Wow, did only 3 words, not the 4, 5 words. Good. So my next question is this: what life experience share you the most?
Well, would you please say that again?
Okay, I'm questioning this: what life experience share you the most?
What life experience shares me the most?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Sorry.
Okay. Don't worry. So my
What
next
life
question,
experience share? What does that mean? What life experience shares
like
me?
your life experience.
Yeah. What about it? My life experience.
Share, please. Share it. Share it.
Oh, share a
Yeah.
life
Share.
experience.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was in when I was in graduate school, I had a really hard time. I got my master's degree after 2 years. I stayed one more year, and then I realized, hey, back then women in physics they were not really welcome, and I was in a really challenging situation. So I decided to leave and say, okay, I won't get my PhD. So I had go get a job at Hewlett Packard, and I felt like a failure. But then years later, I look back and think, you know what? That allowed me to find my true purpose. And I am so great at what I do in my job, facilitating workshop learning labs all over the world and traveling all over, working for over 50 global Japanese companies and living in Silicon Valley and working for Silicon Valley companies and startups. I mean, that bad thing was actually pushing me in the direction of a wonderful future. So sometimes when something bad happens, we have to think, maybe this is a door opening to a wonderful possibility, and we need to dig into the tragedy, find the treasures hidden inside.
Okay, that's great. Wonderful, Kimberly. So my next question is: what type digital career work do you do?
Can you please say that one more time? Your accent is so strong. I'm having a really hard time. I'm sorry. I know my
Okay, okay.
English is bad too, but I'm having a really hard time understanding what
No,
you're
no,
saying
no, no.
because I'm not
Your
used to the
communication is
accent.
very, very interesting. Your communication skills is very interesting. So my next question is: what type of digital career work do you do?
What can you put it in the chat because I can't understand what you're saying? What does a digital carrier do? I don't understand what you're saying. So sorry.
Okay, and my question is this: what type of digital career work do you do?
I don't know what you're saying, so you have to put it in the chat. I'm so sorry. I can't hear what you're saying, and I don't understand it. I'm very sorry. It's my fault. I just what type of digital creator work? Digital creator? Oh, I don't do digital creator work. I facilitate live in person workshops. So yeah, so I
Okay,
don't do digital carrier.
okay, okay,
I don't. I go all over the world facilitating workshops. I even did it in my house 2 days ago. I was like, yeah, it's so fun. So
okay,
I don't know what do you do digital creations? I mean, I travel all over the world facilitating workshops for people, so I don't really need to create digital
okay,
things.
okay. Sorry,
So,
sorry. I think this is
I,
my fault. Sorry.
okay.
I apologize for you.
Okay.
So I move my next question. My next question is this: which AI tools do you use most often?
Oh, I just use the kind of like I use Gemini, of course, and I've used Gamma and Canva, and I've used some of these tools that are health related. One of the health organizations I'm part of has a tool where you can talk to a an AI bot about health issues and get some very solid, good advice about well being. So things like that. Yeah. So but it's just also it's kind of funny, but AI has been built into everything we're doing now. So even if you don't think you're using AI, you are, right? When you go on even for a search on the web, it's always using it in the background and on the side. So I really love it. Um, yeah, I really don't use it for writing software. I'm not an engineer. I have used it to create PowerPoint presentations and things like that. And oh, my favorite one is my digital twin. Now, I didn't create it, but I had wanted to have a digital twin. So my friend created one, and he was in Prague, and he created it, and he created another version because technology was changing rapidly. But I said it's not scrappy enough. It doesn't sound like me. And so I wanted one that was like very direct and very intense and in your face. So I'll put it in the chat, but this is my digital twin. And if you talk to it, it also sometimes says some naughty words. So yeah, that's my favorite use of AI is having the Kimberly digital twin.
Okay, yes, I will. I use this AI. This is name is ChatGPT. I think no, because I have learned AI school. There is a train from AI school like technology, like how to use AI. Like listen your name Rehan Allahwala. No.
Yes, he was at my house. We had a wonderful party here. It was great.
Yeah, there is a school of you here, and we are so the staff we connect to foreigner and attach their interview.
Ah, lovely. Oh, cool.
So I need this tool and create a new thing, new technology.
Yeah, I love it. I love that we're using the technology. It's super awesome, and it removes the barriers between people, and the more we can use it and connect with each other, the more we'll realize we are one people, one planet. And I just love it to think, here we are, this little blobs of protoplasm, these human beings clinging to this giant rock that's flying through outer space around a big ball of fire called the sun, and and we really need to help each other and stay connected with each other for sure.
Okay, that's good. So my next question is this: how do you think AI will change society?
Oh, well, I think it will make being well educated and well informed easier. I think it will make everybody so powerful if they choose to use it. Even without a college education, now you could probably think and perform like a very well educated, experienced person. I think it will also present challenges of safety and privacy, and it will be also challenging to keep it from being misused. So that is part of the issue that we have to fight is how do we keep it from being misused? Because there's always people say, wow, AI is dangerous. I'm like, yeah, so is a knife. But a knife could be used for cutting up vegetables or for helping somebody in other ways. So we need to make sure that we are using this properly as a tool for the greater good and not to harm people.
Okay, that's great. It's wonderful. So my next question is this: what are the biggest micro questions about AI? Talk AI.
I'm not an expert in AI. I just use it, right? I mean, I'm using it like if I'm using it like I use shampoo. I don't know how to make shampoo. I'm using it like I use a butter knife. I don't know how to make butter or make a knife. I'm just using it. So it's a tool, and I
Okay.
think we need to see it as a
Okay.
tool that we use for whatever powerful, positive purpose we have.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. So my next question is this: do you think AI will create more opportunities or challenge?
Oh, of course, more opportunities because, everything that comes to the world, this invention always has so many possibilities in it, right? We had horses and we were riding horses, and then we had bicycles, and then we had cars, and then we had airplanes. And every time some new technology is invented, it brings together many things that would never have been possible. And so I love to look at the past and see what experts said was impossible and how these things became possible. And that it is transformational and it can be very positive ways. Again, it can be misused like anything. So I live in the United States of America. Guns are legal here. Okay, guns are legal here, right? So we're going to talk about the dangers of AI. Well, let's talk about the dangers of guns or other things that people are doing that are totally legal. So
Okay, amazing. That's great. So my next question is, I move my next question is, how can people AI responsibilities use? Sorry, how can people use AI responsibilities?
again, I'm not an expert in AI, so I use it as a tool. I think you should interview someone who's an expert in AI and ask them these questions. For me, I just think it's like anything in your life. Do the right thing, make sure you do no harm, use it for good and not evil. And that's not anything that any human being wouldn't know, right? So, so I mean, I think you probably want to interview an AI expert, not me, because I'm an expert in leadership and teams and organizational culture, and I use AI to support me. But I'm not somebody that can answer questions like that. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So my next question is this. Please tell me what is the definition of leadership, and tell me then what is leadership.
So I base my leadership on the models who have been proven on research for over 30 years with tens of millions of people in dozens of countries. And leadership, in the opinion of those experts, is somebody who can set the direction with the team, who can inspire and motivate people to go in that direction, and then that can support them in continuing to go in that direction, removing obstacles, providing resources, and the great leaders of the world, they have five main behaviors. One, they are a good example of what they want other people to be. And two, they inspire people to want to go in this shared direction of these dreams and goals. And then they challenge the status quo, they challenge the process. They ask what's possible, what seems impossible, what can make impossible possible. And then they enable other people to be successful. It's not about them being the hero, it's about them being providing the resources, support to support other people's success. And then they encourage, they recognize, they appreciate, they express gratitude. They make sure that people feel rewarded and appreciated for their contributions. So that is from the Leadership Challenge by Barry Posner and Jim Kouzes, which they've been doing this research all over the world for 30 years. And they basically said, if you don't even think you're a good leader, even if you don't feel like it, but if you behave this way, people will think you're a great leader. So model the way, inspire a shared vision, challenge the process, enable others to act, and encourage the heart. That is a good starting place. Set that direction, align people in that direction, motivate and inspire them to go in that direction. That is my understanding of leadership. And here's the most important thing: lead people, manage things. People don't want to be managed. Manage spreadsheets, manage budget, but don't manage human beings.
Okay, that's great. Wonderful. So my next question is this. Please tell me that what types of content do you enjoy creating most?
I enjoy creating things with people live in a room. So, like on Saturday, I had 15 people in this workshop, and we were co-creating. I like to call it co-creating because together we can bring together ideas. We can talk about concepts. We can do exercises and activities. We can have discussions. We can share insights. We can help each other see different aspects of a situation. So that's the kind of content I like to create: real, live, in person, among human beings, co creating together.
Okay, that's great, amazing. So please give me any message, any advice for viewers related to your leadership, related to your education, whatever.
Oh, wow. Uh, let's see. What I wish people had told me is learn as much as you can and remember to learn about the human skills, people, communication, teamwork. empathy, and all the things that we need to do as human beings to be great human beings. That's the thing I was really missing was I didn't learn about human skills. I was a nerd. I liked science and technology, but I really need to learn about people. And I think that you should learn about people and human skills, not only technology and cool stuff like AI.
Okay, thank you. So you joining, give me your very precious time and come to my show, The Talk Room. Thank you. So this was our interview. I hope you like it. We will meet the next interview. Till then, Allah, please take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.